Hey everybody, I'm Asia and today I'm recording a video about why I decided to become a nurse. So I don't really record YouTube videos or anything, so I'm new to this, but I did want to record this video about why I became a nurse because I do believe largely that there are a lot of young people who are having to make these huge decisions right after high school about what they want to do with their career, what they want to do for college, and it can be kind of overwhelming. And I know I didn't think of YouTube as a resource back when I was 18, but I want to create this as a way of giving advice from someone who's already done it. So I'm looking down because I have my notes. But anyway, so a little about me. My name is Asia. I already said that. I am a two-time nursing degree holder. So I got my Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree in 2019. And I got my PhD in nursing in 2024. And right now I'm pursuing my third degree, which is in biomedical informatics. So I just kind of wanted to provide a little bit of background about who I am and what I've done, just so that you know that it's appropriate for me to be speaking on these topics. So before I get into why I became a nurse, I do kind of want to provide a little bit of a disclaimer about my overall paradigm surrounding career. So it is my belief that your career is all up to you. You can't, or it's not practical to allow external factors to be the ultimate decision maker when you're the one that has to go to the job and you're the one that has to get the degree. So although I understand that things like our parents or what our friends are doing can really impact what we choose in a career, it is ultimately up to you because you're the one that has to execute that. And so just keep that in mind when you're navigating these decisions. Okay, so I think that a lot of times people really romanticize why they chose a certain career pathway, and that's very possible. My choice to become a nurse was actually very strategic and very practical. It wasn't anything really passionate or deep about it. So I don't want anyone to think that this is like one of those really good stories. It's really just how I was deciding to make decisions at that time period in my life. So the number one reason why I became a nurse is because I wanted to be able to get a job with a bachelor's degree. So I originally went to college as a chemistry pre-med major. And when I started volunteering in the hospital my freshman year of college, it became very clear to me that I, in fact, did not want to be a medical doctor. Although it became clear to me my freshman year of college that I didn't want to be a doctor, I didn't actually drop the pre-med stuff until I was done with my second year of school because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So that led me to applying to nursing school because the credits for pre-med transferred to pre-nursing. I had a couple of classes that I needed to take for prereqs, but ultimately nursing, with the credits that I had when I was switching my major, nursing made the most sense in terms of getting a job with a bachelor's degree. So that was one of the main reasons why I decided to be a nurse. The second reason why is because I was already at an institution that had a school of nursing. I really liked the university that I went to, but I had no desire to change schools just because I was changing majors. And so, having the opportunity to, um, having the opportunity to stay at the institution that I was at already, because they already had a well-established school of nursing, was just kind of very convenient for me at that time. And the third reason why I decided on nursing is because nursing offers a lot of diversity in terms of career pathways. And I think that because I really wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do, nursing was a good choice because there's a lot of different things you can do with a nursing degree. And so those are just kind of the reasons why I decided to become a nurse. I could make an entire series of videos about the pros and cons of that decision, what I've learned from that decision, what my how my career trajectory was shaped by the decision to become a nurse. There's a lot of things that came from me choosing the pathway of nursing. And so we can get into that at a later time, but I did have two main tips that I wanted to give. in terms of why I became a nurse and what I learned from that time. Some tips is to shadow people. So when I was in nursing school, I really thought that I wanted to be a nurse practitioner, and so I shadowed nurse practitioners. I kind of tried to get an understanding of like what a day in the life of a nurse practitioner is, all of those things. And it really gave me insight into their that type of nursing practice. There were a lot of professors that I had in undergraduate that were nurse practitioners, so it seemed like a logical uh, assumption to make that I too would go to nurse practitioner school. That did in fact not happen, but shadowing was a really good opportunity. It's also a great networking opportunity and things of that sort. If you don't know what you want to do, you should shadow people that do a variety of different things. If I was an undergraduate nursing student now, I'd be shadowing people that do research. I'd be shadowing people who are like CRNAs. I'd shadow nurse practitioners. I'd shadow people that are in the healthcare operations side. I'd shadow people that are in academic leadership, because there are a tremendous amount of learning opportunities about how nurses infiltrate both the healthcare system and the academic system. Another thing I will say is just be curious and ask questions. A lot of people who are further along in their career are very open to serving as mentors, not even like officially, but just providing insight and guidance on what they've learned along the way, decisions they made that have really been helpful for them, or decisions they've made that weren't. And I think that's something that uh, younger people or earlier career people should know, is that there's a wealth of knowledge just in other people's lived experience. And so you should be open to ask questions, ask personal questions, like ask people about income potential, ask people about student loans and how they're repaying them, ask people about how they maintain work-life balance. These are all things that people are very open to discussing with people that are just entering the field. And so I think that's about all I have for why I became a nurse. Nursing was a very practical decision for me. I appreciate the fact that I was able to become a nurse and to serve as a nurse in the hospital, to serve as a nurse in the pandemic. And for all the nurses in the world, happy Nurses Day. Y'all are killing it. Yeah, keep it up. See you later.